Thanks for tuning in. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Today we're taking the FreeSky Warrior on a speed test. We're gonna see how fast this thing can go. So if you'd like any information on FreeSky or a discount on any of their bikes, click the link below. If you're interested in my merch, click the link below for that as well. Now enjoy the ride. Turn on both motors. Show you how the bike performs in the gravel. This is actually really deep gravel. Really soft. Got both motors on. But with both motors, you can see that I've got traction on the front and the rear pulling me through. So if the back tire slips a bit, what I tend to do is just give it a little pedal, even if I'm happy with the speed I'm going, because then the motor kicks in that front. Kind of activates it. This is really loose, guys. Probably doesn't look that way in the video, but this is a really popular bike trail, but I don't see anybody else on here. I go out here quite a bit. I don't see anybody out on this section very often on their bikes. I think it's because unless you had a really good fat tire bike, I'm not sure you can get through it very easily. Bump it back down. This is where me and Calvin, hashtag Calvin the Peg, come. So this bike has a PAS of 5. For the speed pet test, I did it at 5. It typically cruises around at 3, especially if I have both motors going. Anytime I'm in the gravel, sand, or rocks, I haven't had the opportunity to ride this in the snow yet. But anytime I'm in a place where the ground's a little loose, having that front wheel is a huge benefit. You'll see here pretty soon. Well, normally I show you how the bike performs up top on the levee, but they want us to get off the levee because of erosion, and down here on this bike path that they're building for us. So, deal. So I started riding e-bikes about 1.5 years ago now. I got my first one in January 2023. It was funny. I think like most people, I was in the spot where I was going, they're pretty expensive, and is it going to be a toy that I use a few times and never ride again? Was my fear. It's not. It's my commute vehicle. not always the greatest things. Bike, we can do everything. You're not gonna pimp it. Do things you're probably not supposed to. That's really loose throttle. I've only got the rear motor going. And it's pulling right through it. Pushing right through it. Funny. It's really nice too. And with all the power, I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos. Definitely check them out. Like, subscribe, all the cool things. But I take my pug, hashtag Calvin the Pug, along with me on a lot of my adventures. And drove him in a Burley. And we just cruised right along. So, front wheel drive, or rear wheel drive only is what I'm in right now. And it cruises at about 26, 20 miles an hour with the cruising speed.
Get a little adventurous. I like to try.
Congratulations. So, we have this pair or 3 sea lions that live in here right now. I lived in Sacramento for my whole life. And they didn't used to be here my whole life, but they're here now. Got some cool videos of them. We'll do a high-speed test here in a little bit with both motors going. Haven't done that yet. I got this bike at the Sea Otter Classic Done some really cool videos of that too. Check those out. Actually, this looks like a great straightaway. Around a bit. Let's see how fast this thing goes. But I got this thing at the Sea Otter Classic, and I haven't speed tested it yet. I took it on speed. A bunch of kids speed tested the bike in one of my other videos, but I haven't yet. Getting two. That puts the front wheel. Now I'm at all wheel. Let's see how fast I can again. Feels like the speed limit is on. Topped out at 34. It's a 20 fast. Let's see. Let's try this again. So, to bring up the display, oops, that's a cool, oops. Push the up and down button. Display settings. Information. Display settings.
Settings.
Speed limiter. Says it's at 43. Let's do it at 38. Let's do it at 40. No, let's do it at 39. Done. Right. Back. Exit. Let's get them both going. That's front wheel. Just show you that. Pretty cool, right? All right. This is both. Four. $35. He wants to top that at about 35. So my FreeSky Swift Horse, with its controls, goes quite a bit faster than this bike on top speed. Got my FreeSky Swift Horse 40 miles an hour right there. And that's rear wheel drive, 1,000-watt rear wheel motor. This is an FYI. That took 4% of the battery life. And when you do that, so that's why I tend to ride the bike with typically just I tend to ride the bike with just the rear wheel drive mode. This bike has a ton of power. Rabbit was running 22 miles an hour. One of the great things about these bikes is that with these fat tire bikes, you really don't have to. You see a trail, and you're pretty confident that you can just kind of go for it. Which is pretty nice. Have something that you see a route and you can have pretty much confidence that the bike's going to get you through it. I'm by no means a professional bike rider, so there are places that I won't go just because of the lack of experience. I don't want to crash and hurt myself, but I'm sure these bikes can do even more than what I'm capable of doing with them. right. So, speed test. Push this button twice. That puts it in front. Like that. Defaults into the rear. Put it all the way up to 5. Stopwatch. Towards nice and straight. Let's see how fast this bad boy can go. Free and clear. Gonna see how long it takes to get to 30 miles an hour. On your mark. Oop. On your marks. Get set. Go. Lost about a second. 9 seconds. 34, 35. 35 in about 18 seconds. Woo! That's a rush. Woo! Good times. Throttle only, no pedaling. Throttle only, no pedaling. This thing goes about 30 miles an hour pretty easily. That's without pedaling. Whew. That uses a lot of battery though. This is an FYI for anybody. I don't really ride it with both wheel drive, all-wheel drive. I hardly ever use that unless I'm going through dirt or sand or rocks, or if I find myself in a lot of traffic. Sometimes I'll use it too. Just so I can kind of keep up. Not get in anybody's way. Alright, so there you have it. Alright, I am out here with the FreeSky Warrior. This is the 26 by 4-inch tires. Dual 1,000 watt motors. So one 1,000 watt motor in the front, one 1,000 watt motor in the back. Full suspension. In fact, this has three-way suspension. So you've got the suspension in the front here, mid or rear suspension there, and the suspension in the seat. That's a beautiful leather seat. Leather handle grips. This is a 7-speed Shimano gear shift with an incredible braking system. So this actually has a 4-pin braking system in the front and the rear. So it's really important when you have a bike that's this powerful, 2,000 watts of power, to have a really good braking system, and this thing has just that. In here is where the controls are. I also keep all my tracking devices there and in 2 other places. Battery is tucked away. This is a 25 amp hour battery that's actually got a key lock to it, so you don't have to worry about battery theft. It's got this beautiful bright display. PAS of 5. It's got trip miles. And then the way you adjust to have, right now it's on rear motor. That's front motor. And that's front and rear 2,000 watts of power. All right. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. All of those things. It's got this beautiful headlight. It's just a really good looking bike. Leather grips. All this stuff comes with it. So like I said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Watch all the videos.